Baby, this is real food, real life.
Tell me, what are cultured vegetables?
Well, basically it's sauerkraut. It's more of a gourmet blend of sauerkraut. So we take cabbage and other root vegetables and add a little aromatic in, maybe ginger or onion or garlic, and then we put that in with cabbage and we ferment it in its little container, or you can do larger crocks like our ancestors used to do, and they would pull from that all during the winter. That was another food.
Now, would a sauerkraut that you would buy in the grocery store, obviously it's not even the refrigeration section, it's just sitting in the counter, what's that to me if I'm trying to eat healthy? Do I think that word sauerkraut is a healthy food for me to eat?
No.
I mean, at Costco on my hot dog, is sauerkraut?
No. Sauerkraut on the market today, for the most part, if you see a brand in a little soft bag by the hot dogs, usually they'll have a little soft bag,
right,
or they'll have it in a can on the shelf. Those are not living foods. They were at once, but they pasteurized them, meaning they boiled them at a very high temperature to kill off the bacteria, to deactivate the enzymes, and that is no longer a living food.
Now, why do they have to pasteurize foods? Being that for an example.
You don't have to. I mean, the FDA is a little bit, there's an area that they understand that there are going to be living foods. You just have to have your pH of your product and your lactic acid content of the product at the proper range. So I'm not sure why they choose to pasteurize it. I believe it's sort of the way that the American population's palate has changed. We didn't have a lot of living foods in our diet for quite some time now.
Because they do taste different when they're pasteurized, a little more palatable. It's funny, when I have cultured vegetables that you make, when I first tasted them, I'm like, oh, this is just not possible. Now I can't have a meal without them. Why is it that changes? Like, I mean, your taste buds would actually change with liking an unpasteurized food or a pasteurized food. I mean, what's the difference of the flavors?
Well, I don't know if there's necessarily a difference of the flavor. They're both sour tasting products, but your body knows the difference. And when you start introducing a living food into the body, something changes. And we have something called lingual neuroassessment. The taste buds on your tongue go to your brain and talk to your organs and glands. And then there's a little feedback from them saying, ooh, we like this, eat this. And the first time a lot of people taste cultured vegetables, or even cultured foods in general, they go, oh, it's so bitter. They don't even know what the sour flavor is. It's not bitter, it's sour. We've lost that sour flavor in our diet. So what we have to do is, when we first taste a sour food, and if I had a dime for every time this happened, I'd be a wealthy woman. You introduce it first, everybody kind of goes, wow, that is powerful. But then you slowly integrate it, little by little. You start realizing that when you incorporate cultured foods and beverages with your meal, it brings out the flavors of other foods, and it helps you digest that meal better.
I know, I love it. I
love
it.
It just gives a pop to everything, and you eat less.
Yeah, absolutely.